Welcome back to today's Explainer. We're going to dive straight into a quiet, sneaky little habit that might literally be draining your bank account right under your nose. We always talk about the big, obvious financial hurdles, right? But today, we're shining a spotlight on a totally subtle behavior that's quietly siphoning thousands of dollars away from your future.
Picture this scenario, and honestly, tell me if it feels a little too familiar. You've just wrapped up an incredibly stressful day at work. You basically collapse onto the couch, pull out your phone, and start mindlessly scrolling through Amazon, TikTok Shop, Temu, whatever your go-to is. Within minutes, you've convinced yourself that buying just one more thing is exactly the quick pick-me-up you desperately need. A few clicks later, the dopamine hits. But by next week, you barely even remember what you bought. The money's gone, but guess what? That exact same amount of stress is still sitting right there with you on the couch.
Now, you might be surprised to hear this, but the biggest threat to your financial stability isn't actually what's making the nightly news. It's not inflation, it isn't those sky-high interest rates, and it's not even your mortgage. The real danger is actually the seemingly harmless weekly habit that just leaves you with empty pockets. Experts are getting seriously worried about this phenomenon, and they've actually given it a name. What is doom spending? Escaping the financial stress cycle. It's called doom spending. And look, when most people hear that phrase, they instantly picture a severe shopping addiction. But that totally misses the mark. Doom spending is what happens when you buy something after a brutal day, simply because the physical act of buying it feels good. It gives you a few fleeting minutes of escape from all that uncertainty and pressure. It's really just emotional spending completely disguised as retail therapy, a temporary band-aid rather than a real solution to your financial anxiety.
Financial advisor Robin Thompson hits the nail on the head here. She points out that doom spending isn't really about shopping at all. It is entirely about emotions. When your bills just keep piling up, you're stressed about debt, and the future feels totally unpredictable, your brain naturally craves immediate comfort. So shopping becomes that comfort. You're not buying a product, you're buying a momentary distraction from a life that feels super overwhelming. Moving on to Section 2, Why We Keep Spending and the Cost of Living Exhaustion.
To figure out why this is happening to so many of us right now, we really have to look at the environment we're living in. Let's be real, life right now, especially in places like Canada, which our source material highlights, is just deeply exhausting. Groceries cost way more than they did just a couple of years ago. Housing is this massive, heavy expense. Increased interest rates have driven up the cost of borrowing, and so credit card balances are just creeping up everywhere. A lot of people feel like no matter how hard they hustle, they just can't get ahead. And this constant, heavy pressure, it creates a profound emotional fatigue. When we're emotionally drained, we are so incredibly vulnerable to making impulsive choices. And of course, modern technology just throws gasoline on this fire. Shopping offers a quick, perfectly frictionless escape, and it's available 24/7. Thanks to the smartphone in your pocket, you don't even have to put on real clothes or leave your couch to participate. The sheer convenience of our devices turns our emotional exhaustion into instant, late-night transactions with absolutely zero friction to slow us down.
Section 3, The Psychology of Retailers and How They Weaponize Exhaustion. But hey, it's not just your personal exhaustion to blame here. Billion-dollar companies are actively studying your behavior and weaponizing that fatigue against you. Think about it. Every single notification screaming flash sale, every ticking countdown timer, every warning that there are only 2 left in stock, and those limited time free shipping promos, those aren't just helpful little alerts. They're highly calculated psychological triggers. They're specifically designed to create a sense of false urgency, forcing you to act before your logical brain even has a second to step in and say, wait a minute, I don't actually need this.
And social media, it makes the trap so much deeper. It literally tricks your brain by forcing you to compare your everyday, behind-the-scenes life with perfectly curated highlight reels. You're seeing influencers flaunting luxury cars, insane vacations, and designer clothes. Suddenly, buying that new gadget feels like you're just trying to catch up to the baseline. But here's the thing, what you're seeing is a total illusion. People online are only showing their highlights. They are definitely not showing the massive, unseen mountains of debt they're using to fund that lifestyle.
Let's dive into Section 4, the hidden opportunity cost, and what you're really losing. Now, let's shift gears and look at the real damage this causes. Most people only focus on the price tag in the moment, but let's do some quick math. Imagine spending just $75 a week on things you don't actually need, a random gadget, an extra outfit, some decorative stuff. $75 a week adds up to nearly $4,000 completely drained from your wallet every single year.
But here's where it really stings: the opportunity cost. Imagine taking that same $4,000 a year and investing it instead. Year after year, those investments could grow massively through the magic of compound returns. So every unnecessary purchase isn't just money leaving your wallet today. It's a direct theft from the long-term goals and the financial future you're desperately trying to build. You aren't just losing $75. You're losing what that $75 could have become in a decade. Robin Thompson suggests we need a total mindset shift here. Every single financial decision moves you either closer to your long-term goals or pushes you further away. So instead of asking yourself a simple limiting question like, can I afford this? Try asking this one powerful question instead. Is this purchase helping the life I'm trying to build? That one little shift in perspective can completely rewire how you think about your money. Which brings us to Section 5, breaking the spending cycle and taking back control. Luckily, if you're recognizing your own habits here, don't panic. This is a learned habit, which means it can absolutely be unlearned. Here's a quick 5-step playbook to stop doom spending in its tracks. Number 1, follow the 24-hour rule. Just wait one full day before buying non-essentials. You would be amazed at how fast that shiny appeal fades overnight. Number 2, identify your emotional triggers. Ask yourself, do you shop when you're stressed, bored, lonely? Recognizing the emotion is huge. Number 3, cut the temptation entirely. Delete the apps that you know are your weakness, turn off notifications, unsubscribe from those emails. Out of sight, out of mind. Number 4, create a guilt-free spending budget. You don't have to stop enjoying life, just set aside a planned amount for fun. And finally, number 5, build healthier habits. Go for a walk, read a book, hit the gym, call a friend. Find a way to boost your mood that doesn't actively damage your finances. The biggest lesson to take away from all this today is that shopping itself is not the enemy. Money isn't the enemy. The real danger is using spending as an escape hatch for your emotions. Every single purchase is a choice between two paths. You're either investing in the future you actually want to build, or you're paying a huge premium for temporary relief that's going to disappear in a matter of hours.
So, the next time you're hovering your thumb over that Buy Now button late at night, I want you to pause for just a second. Ask yourself, do I truly need this? Did I actually plan for it? And honestly, will this even matter a month from now?